Hello, hello, hello. This is Stephen Gardner, and I'm just putting my notes up here. Wanted to share some information. I've been reading a lot about, let's just call it what it is. This is a bailout. I know Trump doesn't want to say that, but this is a bailout stimulus program, and I want to update you on a few things based on what I've been learning from what I've been reading. So I just want to first say that I am not a tax accountant. Do not take this as advice. This is just me sharing with my channel what I've learned from reading from multiple sources, from my own CPA, from other CPAs. So there's the disclaimer. Now let me just share this information. So security benefits, the IRS already has your information. And so make sure just to keep an eye on that. If they don't have your banking information, then you may need to work with your CPA, or I'm going to leave a link below where you can go to TurboTax, who I'm not, you can get registered, and they will make sure that it happens. I'll tell you why in a minute, why you want them to have your banking information. If you did not file taxes in 2018 and 2019, you most likely will not get a stimulus check. You need to be caught up on your taxes. Now, if you're not, or you've delayed them or gone on to some kind of program, you need to check with your tax advisor, or again, there will be a link below after this broadcast where you can go in and you can register with the IRS so that they know where to send that money, okay? Again, I'm going to share why you want that to happen. If you don't, here's the reason why. If you don't share your banking information with them, then they will be forced to send out a physical check. Now, they're going to try to send out about 5 million checks a week. Okay, about 1 million a day. And oh, got something in my eye here. Okay, so sorry about that. Depending on, I don't know, are they going to go alphabetical? Are they going to go by the regions of the country, counties, cities? Nobody really knows at this point. All I know from my reading is that if you have to receive a physical check, it could take up to August of 2020 to get your money. And if for some reason there's a hiccup or a hang up, or they don't know that you've moved or something like that, you may not get your stimulus money until the 2021 tax season. So you may want to check out the link below. You may want to check in with your own tax advisor or attorney or CPA. One thing to point out here is this is not considered a rebate, this is not considered an advance of a future return. This is considered a rebate that goes on the bottom part of your taxes. So this is money that the government is pumping into the economy. They want you to spend. They want you to go out and buy groceries, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, pay your car payments. They're trying to jumpstart this economy once we come out of quarantine so that we don't end up in a second Great Depression. Now, things are already looking like they're heading absolutely for a recession, but there also are indicators that we could be going into a depression. And I don't share this to scare you, but just to be conscious of, you've got to use this money wisely, but it is to be spent, okay? That's the reason they're giving it to you. So they're not going to ask for this back. They're not going to tax you on this down the road. This happened under President George Bush over 10 years ago. It's just to get the economy right, to grease the wheels of the economy, get things going again, encourage people to get out there, spend money, go to restaurants, pay your bills, right? They want you to go out and spend that money. But this is not an advance of a future return. If you get a check, whether you qualify or not, if there is a mistake on that, for example, if you make too much money but hadn't filed your 2019 taxes, but you made less money in 18, they're going to go off of which return that they have in hand. But if there is a mistake on that, then they will come back for the difference. Okay, so for example, if they send you a $1,200 check, but they should have only sent you an $800 check, they will come to you for the $400 difference. Okay, if I hope that makes sense. So the only reason that they would come for that money is if they make a mistake and they send you money that you should not have received. Okay. Now you can go online. There's different calculators that you can look up. The TurboTax link that I'll put, you can put in whether you're single, your income, all that, and it will give you an idea of what kind of check you will receive. So hopefully you guys find that helpful. So let's see. Okay, there, as of right now, based on this stimulus package passed by Congress, there is only one stimulus check that will be going out. When they first started announcing this idea or discussing this idea, there was the idea of a check in April and a check in May. They have since dialed that back to just the one check. Now, I don't like this stimulus bill. I think our politicians, shame on them. They put a lot of crap in there that's going to cost us in the future. And but it was the only way to get it passed. So the best way to take up any grievances you have with the political system is through voting these coming years, right? But they slipped in stuff that I am disappointed that they slipped in, and you may be too, but there's nothing we can do about it. We just want this money so that we can go out and pay our bills, be good citizens, and keep this economy from crashing, okay? One thing to be aware of, the government is not going to call you. They're not going to hit you up on Facebook. They're not going to hit you up on Messenger. They don't work that way. They will send you a letter that you can check with your CPA if it's legitimate or not. But they're not going to contact you. They're going to look at the taxes that you have filed, and they're going to send what they believe is the appropriate amount of money. Okay. Now, if for some reason they're wrong on that, for example, let's say that in 2018 you qualified and you had 2 children, but by 2019 you had less and you had an additional child, but they don't know about it, they're not going to cut you a second check. They will make up for it when you file your 2020 taxes, but you wouldn't get that until next year, right? So hopefully they know about all the children you have. Hopefully they know about your income. They're going to just be operating based on the information that they have with your most recent tax filing, whether that was 2019 or 2018. They will be looking at both, okay? Again, I will add a link below. Money should start going out after Easter. Nobody believes it's enough. I certainly don't think it's enough for my family. I don't think it's enough for almost anybody that I work with, but this is what it is. I believe that they will most likely have to do another stimulus package. I hope that at that point they will be focused on the American tax-paying people and not on these corporations that are seeking to do buybacks on their stock, that have let people go and dumped all of that burden onto the American government. There's a lot of shady things that are going to be happening. And I hope that that is not the case, but I do believe that at some point there may be a second stimulus package, as this first one, because of our politicians, has taken so long to get out, because of the extension on the quarantine, right? The shutdown. I think that that is also going to have a major effect. God bless. We are all in this together as Americans and as the human race. I wish you and your family the very best. I hope you found this information helpful. If you did, give it a like or leave a comment. I'll do my best to track down answers and be helpful to people. But this is the information that I've been researching and wanted to share with you. Thanks. We'll see you on the next video.